Oh man. Welcome to the 2020 year. To the community out there, the Dub Club, thank you for listening. Thank you all for watching. But I'm back. I'm back, healed, feeling a little bit better. The voice is back. But we're here and we're back. We're powered up, ready to get you all this content and stay consistent with it. So it's 2020. 5 Fridays have passed so far. Some of us are eager, ready to file them taxes, so we can do whatever it is that we feel we need to do to uplift our personal spirits, take care of some things. But there is some information I wanted to share, and I want to be, transparent in all things that I do. So you will be seeing exactly my debt, which is nearly right along with the U.S. As far as the debt is concerned. So, like I said, I want to be transparent because there is literally, didn't think it was coming this early, but there's literally power in transparency. So that is a podcast my friends Darnell and Dom have. I would drop that link for you so you guys can listen. It has nothing to do with finances. It has everything to do with relationships and trials and tribulations that you face, and how the ability within yourself to have enough courage, to have enough self-confidence, and being vulnerable with your partner, how that power comes in strengthening your relationship through that transparency aspect when you communicate with each other. So check them out. I'm gonna drop the link. We're right back to what we're here to talk about. 5 Fridays have passed so far in the year of 2020. So I wanted to share some information with you for those who have been pushing forward, saving strong, or those waiting for that tax return to come through. Here are some creative ways in which you can eradicate the debt while boosting your savings potential. So this is a great year. A lot of people are going to talk about seeing things clearly. As you can tell, I have glasses on, so that helps me see things clearly, so I can give you this information as transparent as I possibly can. So, as I was saying, as I did a little research, I found out that the household debt in the U.S. is more than 13 trillion combined, which breaks down the average in accordance to the Federal Reserve, 137,000 per household. Majority of that comes from mortgages. From other individuals, it's the staggering credit card debt that's out there. There's the big topic in the political world of the student debt, which is the average of $37,000. So here are ways in which you can find yourself out of debt in a pretty quick way for those who are able to do so. So what I want to talk about first is the debt avalanche technique. So in order for you to save, that is the first thing you got to do. You have to clear the debt so you can boost your savings potential. So as I do personally, I cleared all of my debt with the exception of student loans and car loans. Student loans I want to get rid of. The car loans can stay there because that's, for me, is a long-term investment. But the debt avalanche technique is one that works. How it is what you do is you look at all of the debt that you have out there that is accruing interest in which you have to pay back. So that will be the annual percentage rate, the APR. So you take the highest interest rate and you start paying on that loan first, and then you pay on the lowest interest rate balances and loans and credit cards very last. So the whole goal is to pay as least amount of interest as possible over the life of any type of particular loan. So it makes it a whole lot easier rather than just consistently throwing money away each month because those rates are accruing on you. Or option number 2, you can do the snowball technique. This is my favorite technique because I apply it to my student loans. So what you do is pretty much in reverse of the avalanche. You're going to take the lowest amounts possible. So of my student loans, I take the lowest amount with the side of the lowest interest, and I decide to pay that off first. So once that is knocked off, then I go to the next lowest, and that's the snowball effect, starting from the smallest, ending with the largest amount. So that's a pretty good way to tackle, get yourself prepared for getting those bigger loans. Because for me, based on income at the time, I had to do the smallest one so I can feel that I'm doing something, that I'm moving in the right direction. By the time I get to the big daddy loans, my income at that time should be a little bit more, exponentially higher than what it was from when I began. So I love the snowball technique. The other option that you're able to use for the homeowners out there to help clear some debt is to refinance. Now is the time to do so because the rates are low. The rates are low and the rates are steady. So take advantage of that. Right now, the interest rates are around the three sixes to the very low four. So if you're above that, consider refinancing, and you can use a portion of those funds to clear yourself out of debt while simultaneously using it to improve your household, which overall increases the equity over time if you were to sell or if you need to borrow back again. The appraisal value of your home has gone up exponentially. The other option, the other way in which you can do is get a side gig. So most of us work, have a full-time job. I do myself. This I would not consider a side gig. I would consider this my calling, my purpose, to provide this information to you, as should what it is that you do, because people are going to be able to feel and thrive and just get all cozy and warm inside because of the aura that you're exuding, because you're compassionate about the things that you do and you're dedicated to serving those people that you're trying to reach. So side gig, you can do that, make a little extra change to help pay off your debt faster. So the key in all of this is the debt being eradicated, which increases your savings potential. And I think I'm talking a little fast. I don't know. I'm just super excited to be back and committed to doing these videos every Friday. It is February the 7th. Man, 7, completion. I am back. I'm excited. I said it again, but I'm going to continue back. But whenever you get like a large bonus, tax season is coming. We trying to get them tax returns, and we trying to make sure they healthy. We trying to do better than we did last year. We're trying to get as much money as we possibly can. But we got to be wise with that money. We got to be methodical. Because before you know it, summertime is here and all that money is gone. You don't want that. That was me. It ain't me no more. I'm being wise with it. There are plans. And I need to stick to the process and to the budget that I've put in place to achieve my goal. It's inevitable. I'm going to get there. So when those funds come in, that is one way to put a lump sum towards any debt or to finish out debt. So that is one thing that I have expressed to a lot of my clients. Tax return is here. What we got on the table now. Let's review. All right. Everything's gone. But I only got 500 left. But everything is gone, which also helps your credit score too. And your main objective for a lot of people at this time, especially in our age group, is a dead dream of buying a house. But if you go through the process, you go through the steps, you're committed to it, you will find that you are closer than what you think. And that credit score is going to be major when it comes to the overall life of the loan. That rate, the higher your score, the lower the annual percentage rate, the APR, will be. So make those lump sum payments when you get those raises, when you get those bonuses, when you get that tax return. The next option, help you get out of debt. Let's just go debit. Stay away from the metal, the titanium, the revolving credit, the credit card. Stay away from it. The interest rates is high. The lowest out there is around 13.49% with the Apple credit card, but not everybody gets approved for that. The next low is around 16.49, but you gotta have a great credit score for that, because usually you're gonna be at 24 or 25%. So just stay away from it. Stay away from the temptation. Now here at Wilson Financial, we do have a rule. The rule is very simple. If you ain't got it in your account, you ain't got it on your credit card. I don't care if your limit's $5,000, but you only got $5 in your account. So that's all you can charge on your credit card is $5. The objective is to stay away from getting charged interest and carrying those balances from one month to the next. Well, I spent $5, I'll pay it next month and I'll pay the $5 off then. But then you got interest that came on top of that. And you didn't pay attention to it, and now that interest that was charged on last month is on the interest, plus the transactions on the interest. Now, so just switch to the debit card while you're going through this process. Debt consolidation, eradication, whatever you want to call it. Stay with the debit cards up until you've reached the goal of clearing the debt. Okay? That's what it is that we want to do. We're going to take a little break. I think we're going to take a little 5 seconds. But in the spirit of 5, join the Patreon. It's the Dove Club. It's the winning team. Where we're giving out all the videos where you can see the pictures that I'm putting up. Because all you're doing is listening. You're not seeing the imagery. You're not seeing what it is that I'm showing you, being transparent by putting my financials on the table and up on the screen. So join the Dove Club. It's just $5, lowest $5 a month. And you'll get all this content before any of their videos released to Facebook or YouTube. You'll be the first to see it. You'll be a part of the crew that gets to communicate with me and be able to request any topics that you want me to talk about. We have a goal in mind. We want to reach that goal so that way we can bring you, the Dove Club member, on. So you can be and have that live interaction with us as we put that process right there on the table so you can see what it is that we go through. You'll be able to get those videos, a little hint, a little insider to what it is that we do and how we're trying to better the community's financial situation individually. It's all about teaching and educating this generation and generations to come the value of understanding the financial world. So we're here to the second part, the most important. The debt is gone, time has passed, and so now it's time to get serious. It's time to set that financial goal and to put a plan in place that inevitably causes you to reach that goal. You got to put a strategic plan, a structure, a savings plan, so that way you reach the goal in which you have set for yourself. It may be by the end of this summer. It may be 2 years from now. It may be next year. Whatever it is, you put that plan in place. You have someone there, yourself, family member, friends, us, to be that coach to keep you on that path. That's the best way to go. Majority of most of our debt is due to credit cards, as I was saying. Other things we cannot control in the immediate, but we will be able to later on. So this is just a teaser. You're probably wondering what that is. Join the Dove Club, you'll find out. Become a client of ours and you will find out. So, majority of the debt is due to credit cards, so you can always consider consolidating. Consolidate those credit cards. And what I mean by that, there are credit card companies and lenders and creditors that are offering 0% because they want your business. And it ranges between 12 to 29 months. So whatever the credit card debt that you have out there, you can apply for one that is offering that and then transfer the balance over there. And whatever the amount may be, to pay it off and to be interest free, you divide that amount by the months that they're giving you for 0 interest. and then you're out of there. One payment, not 5 or 6 or 8 or 2 or 12 different payments with interest accruing all at the same time, but one. Consolidation is the way to go. Always check your interest. Interest meaning this is annual percentage yield. This is the APY. So this interest allows your savings pot to grow exponentially. So knowing your rate is extremely important. If you had discovered, like most Americans, that you're well under 1%, it is time to do some research. Most banks can't even offer 0.02%. So please go ahead and do your research, check that out. If you need to make a change, you can go online, you can review plenty of different accounts that are offering well above 1%, but 1% is better than 0.01. That's 10% of 1%. You don't want that, you want the whole one. So do your research so that way the money that you're transferring in accordance to your budget is actually working for you. Because if it is not, you can do the old school way and just put it under your sock drawer, put it under the mattress, and you can find more change of that throughout the year. So wherever your money's stashed at, make sure it's working for you as you are working for yourself. So that makes savings a whole lot easier, more exciting is when you see money growing in your favor. In addition to, after all your household bills are paid within the month, you've already setting aside that particular amount, and you can do it automatically through your bank. It makes it so much easier. It's almost like a bill, but in your favor, because you know it's leading you towards whatever your financial goal is. Might be 25. Mess around, turn back and look, because of the commitment, it's 2,500. All because that interest is there and you're being consistent with contributing to your savings. Then the next option you can do to boost your savings is to consider investing. Now, this can be scary. It can be pretty intimidating. But as long as you walk in knowing that time will generate the largest return, you will be okay. Meaning, just like some people's relationships, it can be a little hot. You know, it can be a little hot. It could be a hot seat too. Speaking of which, you can find me there also, where I'm being honest, open, transparent in my communication with the fiance, future wife to be, which at this time is 13 days away. So excited. So you can listen to us on the HOTC. The podcast is exceptional. We're trying to spotlight, bring awareness to the challenges that are faced when you're blending families together. Those thought processes can clash, one can overtake the other, and it's all about finding the balance through that, raising the kids, our relationship, all of those wonderful, wonderful things. So yeah, back to it though. It can be a little rocky. You can be fuming, you can be on cloud 9. But the whole thing is, it's really a roller coaster, right? So you can start down here and it's just doing this. But if you're waiting and you're being patient, you can see as my hand is going, it's getting higher and higher and higher. So understanding that being within it for the long term will be okay. You will generate more value within your portfolio that way. So always do your research before you buy or before you sell, or to whomever you have managed those accounts for you as well. Because stock prices are high and you might want to just do it yourself, we suggest you look into ETFs. Look into those. I'm not going to get into that. That's just for the Dub Club members. Join it. But ETFs is an option for you. The next way, because this is a daily thing, a lot of us are not used to this. It's kind of like, oh, I'm on my fitness challenge. You know, it's been 5 Fridays. I'm getting tired. Oh my goodness. Okay. No. Set a plan in place, just like you do with your fitness. Stay consistent with it. If that was your resolution, Stick to a plan that you know you can be consistent with. Ain't no different than finances. You put together a budget that is clear to you, so that way each and every time you get paid, you know exactly what it is that you're doing. It's always a good thing to see, so make sure you put it down on paper, whether you want to see it monthly or whether you want to see it yearly, so you can see the great big picture on what it is that you intend to do with your potential earned income. There are numerous budgeting apps that can help you assist in this way. So you can always create your own, or if you prefer a financial coach, you know we're here for you. We're here to help. There are community. Yes, we are a community, but communication is very, very important. And because the technology allows us to reach people where we may not have ever been before. So if you think our services are needed, that we can provide it to you, please reach out to us simply at info at wilsonfinancialmgmt.com. That's info at wilsonfinancialmgmt.com. So the people who have joined the Patreon see me. I appreciate you. Much love to you. For those in which I'm in your ear and in your car or on your TV through the podcast app, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. I hope this was good and priceless information that you'll be able to apply to your life. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so excited to be back. Oh yeah, so excited to be back. So you can find us on Instagram. That's Wilson Financial MGMT. We appreciate the likes, the shares. It is greatly appreciated, and the comments. Also, you can find us on the Facebook, where you will not see my face, but you will see great financial information. So you can find us there. The username is also Wilson Financial MGMT. In advance, I thank you for liking. I thank you for commenting, and I thank you for sharing. And lastly, you have us on the YouTube, where we're channeling all of our videos to you to watch and to see. So please hit the like button on the video. More importantly, the subscribe. And because our goal is to reach as many people as possible, please share. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. So thank you so much for listening. That was my timer, because it's time for me to go, if you heard it. So I'm off to go do the other podcast. Well, I guess you can say pre-podcast, because it's marriage counseling time. Thank you so much for listening. Much love to all y'all, the Dub Club. You hear me? Thank you. Bye-bye.